Hello, my name is Jessica Jameson. I attend Grand Canyon University, and today I will be talking about special education, teacher roles, responsibilities, and philosophy. So first, we're going to start off with the roles of special education teachers within a school. Special education teachers play a critical role in supporting students with diverse learning needs. These responsibilities often include individual education plans, which are IEPs. These are when you collaborate with the families, general education teachers, other specialists to create and implement an IEP tailored to the student's needs. Next is the instructional support, which is adapting and modifying instructional materials and teaching methods to meet the diverse learning styles. Next, you have collaboration with general education teachers, which is when you co-teach in inclusive classrooms to ensure students with disabilities can access general education's curriculums. By fulfilling these roles, special education teachers ensure that students with disabilities receive the support they need to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Next, we're going to go into the legal responsibilities of a special education teacher within a school. First, we have ensuring compliance with IEPs. That's the developing and implementing of IEPs, and that's when you collaborate with families, school staff, and specialists to create and implement individual education programs tailored to meet each student needs. Next, you have providing a free, appropriate public education, and that's when you ensure that students with disabilities receive education opportunities equivalent to those in their peers. By meeting these legal responsibilities, special education teachers play a vital role in protecting the rights of students with disabilities and ensuring that they receive educational opportunities. Next, we're going to get into some of the ethical responsibilities of a special education teacher. First, we have commitment to the students, respect for dignity, and that's when you treat all your students with respect and recognize their individual worth and potential. Next, you have collaboration and communication, and that's when you work with collaborating with families, general education teachers, and other professionals to create a supportive learning environment. Communicate openly and honestly with families while respecting their perspective and cultural values. By adhering to these ethical principles, special education teachers ensure that their practices are not only effective but also respectful and just fostering a positive and inclusive learning environment for all the students. Next, we have collaborative responsibilities of the special education teacher within a school. Special education teachers have critical collaborative responsibilities to ensure that the students with disabilities receive comprehensive individualized support. First, we have collaboration with general education teachers. That's when you partner with general education teachers to design and deliver instruction in an inclusive classroom. Next, we have working with families, and that's when you maintain open, respectful communication with families to understand and support the students' needs. By fostering strong collaborative relationships, special education teachers ensure that all stakeholders work together effectively to support the diverse needs of all students with disabilities. Next, we have advocacy responsibilities of a special education teacher within a school. Advocacy is a vital part of special education teacher roles, ensuring that students with disabilities receive equitable access to education to support their needs. First, we have ensuring students' rights. That's when you advocate for students' rights under the federal and state laws, including the Individual with Disabilities Educational Act, the Section 504 Act of Rehabilitation, and the Americans with Disabilities Act. By fulfilling these advocacy responsibilities, special education teachers ensure that students with disabilities receive the support, respect, and opportunities they deserve, both in the school and in broader communities. Next, we're going to get into my personal vision. My vision is to create a dynamic and inclusive education environment where students with needs feel valued, supported, and empowered to achieve their fullest potential. I aim to meet their unique needs by fostering a culture of respect, collaboration, and innovation, ensuring that every student has access to the tools, opportunities, and encouragement they need to succeed. My goal is to help students build confidence, develop independence, and discover their unique strengths to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Next is dispositions and character traits to capitalize on. First is empathy and compassion. I will approach every student with understanding and care, recognizing the unique challenges and celebrating their individuality. This disposition allows me to create a trusting, supportive relationship with my students and their families. Next is patience and perseverance. I will remain patient and committed in the face of challenges, understanding that progress may take time. My perseverance will ensure that I continue to seek the best strategies to help each student succeed. By embodying these traits and dispositions, I will empower students to explore their potential, teach them self-advocacy skills, and help them see their strengths. My ultimate vision is to be an agent of change in the lives of students with needs, helping them with the skill and confidence they need to live fulfilling and successful lives. Now we're going into ethical frameworks. Ethical frameworks in special education provide a foundation for making informed, principled decisions that prioritize the well-being, dignity, rights of the students. First, ethical decision making in special education. Ethical frameworks help navigate complex decisions by focusing on student centered advocacy, which is upholding the best interests of the student, which is paramount. This involves ensuring they receive appropriate support and services to succeed academically, socially, and emotionally. Next is fairness. Ethical principles demand fairness in access to education. Decisions about eligibility or services must be free from bias and ensure that no student is denied necessary resources due to socioeconomic, cultural, or other factors. Next is confidentiality and respect. Respecting students and their families and their privacy is very critical. Ethical frameworks remind educators to handle sensitive information with care, ensuring trust and transparency. Next is the Christian worldview. The Christian worldview and servant leadership principles provide a meaningful foundation for advocating for and serving students with exceptionalities and their families. Both perspectives emphasize compassion, humility, justice, and inherit the values of every individual. Here is how these aspects can be applied to your future professional practice. Number one, recognizing the value of every individual. The Christian worldview perspective will be every person is created in the image of God and is valuable, which is Genesis 1:27. This belief enforces the importance of treating students with exceptionalities with dignity and respect. These perspectives guide you to serve with compassion, advocate for justice, and inspire hope, ensuring that students with exceptionalities and their families feel supported and valued throughout their education journey. Lastly, understanding the diverse needs. To meet the diverse learning needs of students, I will commit to ongoing personal and professional growth. This involves developing a deep understanding of student unique abilities, cultural backgrounds, and learning styles. Here are some strategies for lifelong learning growth. Number one, pursue professional development opportunities, which could be workshops and seminars, certification programs. Number two, engage in reflective practice, which will be self-assessments, student feedback, and action research. Through these activities, I will consistently expand my knowledge and skills, ensuring I can meet the evolving needs of all students. By staying engaged in a professional learning community, prioritizing culturally responsive teaching, and implementing research-based practices, I will create an inclusive, dynamic classroom environment that supports every student in achieving their full potential. Thank you for having me. I hope this was educational for the special education community, and have a good evening. Goodbye.